Hello, welcome to Super Chat Fridays. How are you doing? Welcome back to yet another Friday. And I hope if you're joining me, I'm happy you're here. And I hope you can hear me well on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Couple of minutes delay here with a little bit of tech stuff going on, but all is well. I'm so used to it now. I'm like totally zen about it. So, how is it going? Join me if you're around. If you got career questions on your mind, that is what I'm here for. I like those kind of questions. I like sharing perspectives. It's not about answers. It's about perspectives, and maybe I have some experience in that, and maybe that could be helpful to you. So, if that's what you're about, I'm happy you're here. Join me live. Don't be shy. It doesn't matter whether you're, watching it now or you're catching me on the replay. If you're watching me on the replay, say hashtag replay. And if we haven't met before, hi, I'm Sonal, and welcome. I'm happy you're here. I have a background in human resources for about 2 decades internationally in India, South America, and Europe. And now I'm a career coach. I help people who are unhappy in their career to get happier. Yeah, whatever that looks like for them, whether it's making more money, whether it's doing the kind of work that makes them happy, whether it's making, looking, like making the most of the time they have. So they look forward to Monday morning after a weekend and not like, oh, I can't wait for Friday, but it's like, oh, I can't wait for Monday. Right? That's what I'm about. So, and I've been going live every Friday since January 2020, 17th January 2020 to be precise. And I haven't missed a beat, I think, except one Friday when I was like in the emergency room. And one more Friday when I was, I think, on a boat and there was no access, but I still like posted and stuff. This is something I love doing. So if you're watching me, yeah, come in and say hi. So I know you're watching me, right? And sometimes if there are tech issues, I want to see, maybe you said hi and I can't see it. Sometimes we're shy and we don't say hi. That's fine as well. Just from a tech point of view, it's kind of cool to know that things are working. Um, and that, you know, if you're watching me, tell me in the comments that it's working so that I know that you're watching. Okay, so hi Ayan, thank you so much. That is so nice to hear. That's just exactly why I do this. And I think it's not just me, right? All of us here, we like feeling useful. It's a good feeling. You want to be helpful, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, right? It's one of the best feelings. In the um, Maslow hierarchy, I think it's the one on top, that self-actualization, when you feel like, you're living in your purpose. That's so nice. So I'm lucky and very privileged to be able to do that. So yeah. And what's on your mind? How's the week been? What's the weather like? Which city are you tuning in from? Tell me. I need to know. I got to know. I'm a bit of a um, pokey person who likes getting into those kind of details. So feel free to share. Describe your week for me. How's your week been? And like one word. I was gonna say one word or less. There's nothing less than a word. How's your week been in a word? I'm checking something, so give me a sec. I'm checking something. It's something I'm trying. Um, background overlay and what does that look like? Customize. Just give me a sec. I was trying to do that before. This doesn't feel very free move. There was a very cool setting earlier. Hey, Sydney. My dog is just giving this long sigh. Anybody who has a dog will know what I'm talking about. They do this like they worked so hard today, chasing rabbits, chasing other dogs, dreaming about food. So much hard work. I work like a dog. That's what people say. Not this dog for sure. Okay. This is weird. I can't find it. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. It looked very different. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. Cosmetic. We'll get into that another time. Enough time has been wasted. Hi, Ved. Ved Prakash. Do people call you Ved? Because Ved Prakash is a very nice name. It's kind of long. I have 6 years experience. And you got 3 to 4 offers. Well done, dude. You got choices. Like, good for you. Look at you showing off. No, I'm kidding. I'm so happy for you. Like when people say it's a difficult economy, etc., I'm always looking at my clients. There's some of them who are crushing it, right? And then there's you. So well done. I got 3 or 4 offers. Okay, two are from a big four, low salary. Two from Cognizant and Capgemini, good salary but slightly different role. One offer with a very good salary but a very different role. I'm confused. What a good problem to have with. Can we first acknowledge this, that this is a good problem to have? There's people who would give an arm and a leg. I never liked that phrase, arm and a leg. Why would I give my arm and leg? There's people who'd be very, very happy to be in your shoes. And you have a very good problem. Okay? So first of all, gratitude come from a place of this is fantastic, right? Having said that, these are different level, level 2 problems, level 3 problems, right? So they do deserve your time and attention. So I'm glad you're talking about this here. I think what's going to matter, with it doesn't matter what I think. You need to decide what matters to you. Okay. I have a video where I talk about this exact problem. I have 2 or more offers and I don't know which one to select. And I talk about 7 factors or 8 factors, I don't remember, in that video. And I've listed them in random order. And you need to decide which of these is more important, like which of them is a higher priority. And there's things like, in no random order, okay? There's brand, there's the position composition, there's the money, there's team culture and dynamics, there's uh, so many other things, opportunities for learning and growth, 3 4 other things. So you need to sort of take those. I have very clearly listed them out in the video and make a ranking. What is more important to you? International opportunity, some people say I don't want that right now. Where I am right now, I want to stay put. Okay, then put that down as a 0. Maybe you're in a building stage and you've just got married and you need to pay mortgage, so then money is very important, right? Maybe you're like, but I my housing situation is tight, I'm fine with that. But I'm at the stage right now where I'm more ambitious. Okay, then look at opportunities for growth and development. I hope that helps you, right? Figure that out, be very unemotional about that, and put that down. And ultimately, you gotta listen to your instincts. There is no bad choice here, but do make a choice, because I don't think you can keep companies waiting that long. They start getting antsy, they start getting worried. And we looked at this earlier this week with my client in my group program, who ended up doing so well. She got an offer from a company. She's in Belgium here, as am I. And she got an offer from a company where they speak only Dutch, and she speaks zero Dutch, right? And she was so convincing, and they were like, "We need you," right? So, and she was like, "Oh, which one do I, what do I do?" Because there's 2 other places that were chasing her, and she was like, "I just know it's this one," because, and the main thing for her was position composition. There was a lot. She's a program and project manager and a little bit on the technical side, and there was so much AI and ML in it that she doesn't have that kind of experience, but she knew this is the growth, this is the push in the future, and she's like, I want a piece of the action. That was more important to her than money. And the fact that she was always told that it'll never work because she doesn't speak Dutch. And here she is crushing it. So you need to decide what that is going to look like. Okay. So I hope that helps you. And if you want to know more, of course, I rushed through this. If you want to know more, go inside and take a look at that video. Yeah. I hope that helps you. All right. What else is up? Maslow. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Pavitra. How are you? Thank you for joining. I've been watching from India. I'm happy you're here. Okay. I got an offer yesterday. Congratulations. Well done. But immediately, I got an offer, but you see what I did there earlier with Ved as well, right? I tried to negotiate with HR, but she said it's final. Okay. Now, that's the only offer I've got. But for my capabilities, skills, and responsibilities, I was expecting more. During the HR interview, they did not ask if I have any questions. So I waited for them to revert. Yeah. So do you have a question here for me, Pavitra? Like, do you want me to, like, I'm wondering if you have a specific question here. You've given me the context. I've got the context very clearly. Feel free to kind of continue this train of thought. Like, what's your question? I'm guessing your question is, even though it's not written here in so many words, I'm guessing your question is, do I take it? Because it's the only offer I have. Okay. Now, I would say this depends on a couple of things because I don't have full information here. Number one is, are you currently working today? Um, if you are, you need to decide, is this better than staying? Or are things so bad that it's better to go out? Number one, right? And I would also say that if you were watching earlier, go and rewatch the part where I talked to Ved about what are the aspects that are important in a job search in a new role. What am I supposed to do now? I hear you. I hear you. I can understand how it can feel a little bit overwhelming. It can feel a bit much. Okay. If you're not working today, I would say that that changes things for you because you have less leverage here. Do you understand? Having said that, you always have the power. You have the power ultimately to say yes or to say no, right? Some companies are very fixed. Do you remember I was talking about a client of mine a couple of minutes ago? And in the company that she ended up signing with, they stayed put. I think they gave like 100 euros more, which is nothing per month, which is nothing. It's something, but it's just symbolic. I think it doesn't make any real difference to her quality of life. But some companies are very strict about that because they have pay parity inside, so they don't want someone suddenly at here this level and everyone else is at this level, right? You need to decide that what ultimately matters to you. You also need to pay attention to how you were treated during the process. If you were not treated with respect, and this is at the very beginning, you haven't even started in the company, then take it as a sure shot sign that it's not going to get any better inside, like the culture, right? If they've otherwise been pretty respectful, it's been good quality conversations, good people, then you need to decide, is the money the very important thing for you? Because if you say yes, the stage I am right now, I am responsible for my household, I'm taking care of all the bills, and this is not a lot of money. Well, what's your alternative here? If you have an alternative, it gives you more leverage. If you don't have an alternative, you need to decide, you take it or you don't take it. Ultimately, it's quite simple. Don't overthink this. Okay. You're going to make yourself sick with stress. And companies tend to give 24, 48 hours. Don't let them rush you. But I can't tell you what to do here. That would be extremely irresponsible on my part. That's not how a real coach would work. I'm sharing some facts with you and giving you some perspective. Ultimately, make your own list of pros and cons, and it doesn't matter. Whatever decision you make will be the right decision. And in the future, you will know what would have happened if you'd gone this way or that way. But right now, you don't know. What the worst thing you can do is stay paralyzed with it, and that can be not a lot of fun, right? But congrats, listen, it's good for you. I'm hearing others, getting offers. It's encouraging for others. It's encouraging for others to see that you and people like Ved um, are getting offers, right? Good for you. So make the most of it. Okay. Hi Shubham, what's up? I don't think I missed any other questions. Okay. I see. This is so cool, man. So people are either getting offers or they recently like started in a new company. I recently switched jobs. It's one of the biggest MNCs, multinational companies, in entertainment. But I'm really nervous after joining, like anxious sometimes and sometimes not. How can I help, Shubham? What is it? What is it that's making you anxious? Is it because everything is new? It is completely normal. Completely normal. But is there something else? Because remember, everyone has has had a day one in that company. So if you're getting intimidated because you think everyone's smarter than you, that's not the case. Everyone started somewhere. Focus on what you bring to the table. Focus on feeling, focus on being useful, and focus on what you bring to the table. That's it. Put up your hand if someone needs something, be that person. Too much anxiety is ego's way of saying, hey, I told you this is not a good change. You should have stayed where you were. Ego doesn't like change. You need to crush that ego voice with, I'm here. They accepted me. They saw something in me. And I'm going to prove myself and everyone else right, that they were right in hiring me. That's it. Focus on what you can do, which is good. Okay? So, congrats and enjoy. It's a great company. You're saying it's one of the best in India in the entertainment sphere. Good for you, man. Well done. Like, you should be proud. And I hope you go and celebrate. Celebrate the milestones. Okay? Um, I see a lot of people in my business unit putting down papers only for a hike or a promotion. As HR, how do you rate this move? In which case should be attempted? Very difficult. I've been in HR where people left for, like I didn't get promoted, so I'm leaving, or I didn't get a salary increase, so I'm leaving. It's very tempting to oversimplify that people left because of this reason. The only person who really knows the intimate details usually is that incumbent, is the person himself or herself, and maybe their boss. The rest of us can speculate. You know, it's like you when you hear about a divorce, we tend to be judgmental. And before we know it, even if we don't say it, we tend to take sides. But there's such a nice guy. Like, oh, she's so nice. I don't know. Only two people know how things were in that marriage, the couple, nobody else, right? Same here. Same with someone leaving. And as HR, there's no way I can stop someone from leaving. I can have an exit interview or I can have a stay interview, whatever crap they call it these days. Usually, when people have made up their mind, they've made up their mind. Okay. And it's not just according to me. Okay. It's not just someone leaving for more money or a promotion. That is a consequence. Usually, I'll give you an example. So, if a person is not feeling appreciated or not feeling respected, it's not because of one thing that happened. It's because of a series of things that happened and it couldn't be ignored anymore. And one day the water reached on top of the head and said, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. This opportunity came. It is a better role. It is more money. It is promotion. That is the icing on the cake. That's not usually the reason. It looks like that reason on the surface. But according to me, it's more than that. So there could be a multitude of reasons why people leave. I did a lot of these analysis on attrition when I was in different companies in HR. Um, People leave. It's part of life. Eventually, people leave. In our parents' generation and grandparents' generation, people only left either when they died or when they retired. Those still continue to be the reason, but people will leave eventually, right? It's just how it is. We wish them well and we move on. Forget what other people are doing in your business unit. Ayan, focus on yourself. Don't waste time. Focus on yourself. Focus on what your goals are and get towards them. There'll always be something going on. There'll always be some kind of distraction. Okay? So good luck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Pavitra. I don't know. I mean, it sounds to me like they are not very flexible. It's good. You can ask for benefits. I have so many videos on salary negotiation. You've seen all of them on my YouTube channel, I'm sure, right? So you can ask, you can negotiate, you can ask nicely, you can do your best. But ultimately, it's not your decision to make. So your only decision is, do you want this? Is it better than the situation you are in today or not? Okay? Ultimately, don't feel forced. Your career is way too important. And definitely don't get too influenced by what other people say, including me. Go in within and find out what is it that you really get excited about here. because it's not a pure logical decision. Okay. Hmm. Okay, Ayan has a part two. Management seems to be entertaining this move. What does it say about work environment? What does it say about culture? If people are leaving, I'll tell you something. They're never going to tell you this. Shh. Are you ready? It's a dirty little secret. Obviously, I don't know the full context, so I'm sharing based on the limited knowledge I have of the situation. But shh, you want to hear something? Come, Psst, come closer. I'll tell you. It's like we're in a party and you're like, Psst, shh. Why is management entertaining the fact that people are leaving and they're okay with it? Sometimes, sometimes. And I'm not saying in your case it's going to happen. It's happening. And I'm not saying in your case it's happening with these exact people. Okay. Okay. My disclaimers are gone to the side. I hope you have some suspense because I've really built this up now. Okay. Sometimes HR or the managers or senior management doesn't say anything when someone leaves. It's because they want them to leave. It was not the right fit, or eventually it became a pretty bad fit. In the beginning, it felt like a good fit, and then later it was like, ah, no, this is too painful. And we used to call it in many companies I worked in, we used to call it desirable attrition. It's okay. It doesn't mean those are bad people. It just means that you need fresh blood every now and then. And the blood that's no longer serving the body, it needs to be flushed out. Okay? Shh, don't repeat that. But if you were to ever have your own company, you would want a little bit of this as well. One of the most important decisions that a founder can make or a CEO is hiring decisions and firing decisions. And sometimes the one of the biggest regrets people have is I should have fired sooner. Don't take this the wrong way. It doesn't mean these are bad people. It just means that eventually it just didn't fit anymore. It didn't align anymore. Make sense? Yeah, I hope that helps. Again, focus on yourself. Focus on your goals. Keep your nose clean, and that's it. There'll always be some stuff. Okay? There'll always be something to distract you. Hey, Ashish, I will be releasing from one project. I'm guessing you mean I will be released from a project, and I'm not sure if I'll get another project. Hmm. Shall I start searching for a new opportunity or a new project, especially when the company is planning to shift most responsibilities offshore? 100%, Ashish. 100%. If I'm going to get sassy, is there a part two here? No. I'm going to get sassy for a second, Ashish, and I would say that if I were you, I would have already started looking even at the start of your project, because there is a massive assumption that when you start looking, you'll get something like that. I said this last week, right? Whatever time you think you need to find something next, double that time. If you think it's going to take X number of months, double it to 2X, because it is sometimes like that. Markets, economies evolve, changes, it's fluid, right? The best time to look was like the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today. Same. Already start looking for a new project. It may not be available for a while. So keep if it's like an interim search agency or whatever that does that for you, there is a middleman or an intermediary, keep those people informed. Especially if you think your responsibilities are reducing and it's being outsourced abroad to save cost, 100%. Of course, then you should look. You don't have to check this with me. Okay, for sure, for sure. Someone gives a promotion only if someone puts down the papers. Ah, I completely gave you unnecessary secrets for nothing. Yeah, it doesn't always work, Ayan. Um, there's a word for it, right? It's escaping me right now. Uh, Counter offer and all that. It maybe works for about 6 months. Person stays and then it's gone. Okay. Good luck with that. Hey, morning, Serena. How are you? You completed three more interviews this past week, and I have my final interview for them next week. You're on fire, girl. Well done. Good for you. After some self reflecting, I believe many of the jobs I've been applying for have been more entry level, not experienced. Good for you. I think we talked about this last week, right? You gotta appreciate the level you are at. Good for you. Keep me posted. I'm so happy you're here, and I know it's very, very early morning for you in California. Good luck. One of these is gonna work out, and it's gonna be great. Okay, so well done. I'm proud of you for having three more interviews. Well done. Talk about taking action, man. 10 on 10. Hey, Varsha, how are you? Thank you for being here. Hi, please could you refer me somewhere? That's not how it works. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you. I don't know anything about you. Talk to people who know you, and don't have this, you know, I I understand things are hard right now, but the more targeted your questions, the better it is for you. Yeah. Refer me. I'm guessing what you mean is refer an opportunity my way. I don't know anything about you. But I also don't recommend writing cold emails when the person doesn't know you unless you've done your homework on them. And much better to do this over email. It's going to work out. Just a little bit more focus on what you bring and then talking about it with warm contacts of contacts, and asking for help. Ask for advice. Oftentimes, this is what my mentor says. She says, when I want money, I ask for advice. When I want advice, no, I'm saying this wrong. Give me a sec. Uh, huh. Yeah. If you want money, ask for advice. And if you want advice, ask for money. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what she said. If you lead with asking for advice, you'll get money, meaning you'll get an opportunity because people want to hear themselves talk. People love the sound of their own voice. So get them to get them to take, and then take advice, and then say, I'm looking for this. What advice would you have? As opposed to, I'm looking for this. Do you have a job? Can you give me a job? People don't, they want to help you. Most of us have this in us. We want to be helpful. Remember, I said this at the very start of the show today. We like feeling useful. Somebody put it in the comments, hey, your channel is useful. Thank you. That's an ultimate compliment for me. We like feeling useful. So if someone asks for advice, we feel useful. So why would you deprive someone of the opportunity by not asking them for advice? A lot of us like helping. Okay. Yeah, Pavitra. I wish you the very best. Congrats. Congrats on the offer. Well done. Hey, Tejaswini, what is the expected CTC? I can ask for 3.5 years in IT. I don't know, Tejaswini. Google will be up, or ChatGPT will be up. Not ChatGPT, it has to be up to date. Google will be able to tell you more than I can. But do your research in the market. Okay. See for the specific city, see for that particular sector, IT, hardware, software, SaaS, what is it? And then for your level of experience, for sure. Right? I don't know. Doesn't matter. You can find this out. You can find this out on your own. My clients are around the world. I don't have access to like set salaries in every city in the world. But there's a few websites where you can check this out. Go to Payscale, go to Glassdoor, levels.fy, levels.fyi. You'll get a good idea. Okay? That's something that I would say you can Google. So come here and ask questions that you can't Google, that you don't get always. That's what I'm here for. You're working as a tech lead in NatWest Bank, and previously you were a software engineer for Ericsson, total of 6 years experience as a Java backend. We have to write like that. That's a good place. That's a good way to start. Good way to start. Very good. And then specifically, what are you looking for? Right? One or two lines. What are you looking for exactly? And ask for advice. Do they have a friend who you can talk to? Don't say refer me, especially to a random stranger. Harder, right? It's like online interactions should mirror how your in person interactions are. If you go to an event and you meet someone at a wedding or at a party and you introduce yourself, you don't say, "Hi, I'm Rahul. I need a job. Are you hiring today?" Nobody does that, right? It's very similar. So you need to build it up. You learn with more practice. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's over half an hour now. So I am now going to drop and let you do your thing while I do my thing. And I'm going to have my hot water with some fennel seeds. Shouldn't do that in the future because every time the seed comes in my mouth, I have to chew it. So you're probably wondering what I'm doing. You know, it's like having pan or something. If you're from South Asia, you know what I just said. Having pan. If you're not from South Asia, I'm not even gonna try and explain. It's just people who have pan when they're talking. Yeah, not the best. Not always the best. Social hygiene. I'm gonna stop. All right. All right. Listen, I hope this has been helpful to you. And any more questions? Hey Bharat, my newsletters. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't subscribed to my newsletters, like what are you doing? These go out every couple of times a week. And I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you don't like them, there's something called unsubscribe. No, one sec. Why is it looking like that? I don't need a ticker. Give me a sec. Here we go. superchargeyourself.com/newsletter. Remove the damn ticker. Okay. Remove. Remove. Done. Thank you, Bharat, for sharing that. I am so happy. I love writing these newsletters. There's a lot of fun. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you can, I think, subscribe by literally just clicking on this link. I like to think that they're fun. I don't believe in boring. I think all of us get lots of emails in our inbox. We don't need another boring email. Life's too short for boring email. Lastly, when do we see a guest or anything interesting? Yeah, good question. As of now, no guests. I'm looking for a guest for my group program. I'm talking to a couple of specific people, and I'm very careful who I bring in because I pay them from my own pocket. So it's not like, hey, we want to pick your brain. No, it's a professional service. So I spend a little bit more time taking care of people in my program here. I released a podcast episode yesterday. So check that out. It's with someone called Lorraine Lee, and she's written a book about executive presence. I hope you like that. I hope you find it helpful. Check that out. I was about to hang up, and we get my question. Hey Vikash, you cleared 4 rounds for a front end interview. 2 of them ghosted. One company offered the same salary as the previous salary. One offer is still pending. That is so frustrating, Vikash. I think the best thing you can do is continue to work on you're getting interviews. So this means your resume and your LinkedIn have power. I would say continue to focus on more top of the funnel, good quality leads. Bring them to the middle of the funnel, nurture them. Quantity and quality. Nurture them and nurture them till the very end. One offer is still pending. See what they have to say. Okay. The ghosted one, follow up with them once more. You got nothing to lose. Okay. Put the ego to the side. Same salary as the previous salary. It doesn't matter. Is it a good offer? Overall, is it good? I know I say money is important, but you need to see the whole picture. And is it worse or better than staying where you are today? Whether you're unemployed today, whether you're working in a company where you're not happy, you need to decide which one is better and ultimately make a decision. All right. So, good luck with that. Again, good problem to have. Hey, Sabir. Lots of people today who've got offers. Good for you, man. I'm happy for you. Focus on what is good about these offers as opposed to, I got an offer, but I know it's good, but ultimately, whatever you decide, it'll be okay. You need to decide something, how you want to move on. And by the way, also Vikash, you want to let the other people know in a very kind and polite way that you have an offer. So the ones who have ghosted you, whatever, let them know so that they may, sometimes companies lose track, and you need to keep them posted so that they get their act together, right? It can happen. So you're welcome. I wish you the best. So thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of Supercharged Fridays. And yeah, I found out this week that I wasn't supposed to travel, but I'm going to be in India in July. So you're going to see the entire month of July, you're going to see me in India. I don't tend to be outside because it's, noisy and humid. But I will be in some home or the other with family. And I'd love to see what to do and, maybe get together with some of my private clients, but also with some viewers. But it's just scary for me to think about organizing all this. And I attempted something like that last year. When I say attempted, I mean I thought about it and maybe I posted and I chickened out last minute. Hmm. To be continued. Just putting a teaser out there. So um, we'll see. So, all right. Take care, and I shall see you at the same time next Friday.